Welcome to my channel named Coins by RR.
Today we are exploring 3 of the most valuable United States Lincoln wheat penny 1-cent coins ever discovered. These historic coins are highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity, unique mint marks, and unusual minting errors. Many people still overlook these pennies thinking they are ordinary change, but the truth is that certain rare varieties have sold for huge amounts in auctions. In this video we will uncover the history, the unique features, and the incredible market value of the top 3 Lincoln wheat pennies that could make collectors extremely excited if they ever find one. You might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it, so don't skip, watch till the end, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell icon now, because the information we're about to uncover could change your collecting game forever. We're diving deep into history, rare mint marks, condition, secrets, collector demand, market values in dollars, and tips that major collectors don't tell you. Let's jump in. Let's get started. First up, many people overlook the pennies that pass through their hands every day, but some of these small copper coins carry history and hidden value. One coin that often attracts the attention of collectors is the famous 1955 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. At first glance, it may appear like an ordinary 1-cent piece, but this historic coin represents an important era in American minting and remains a popular collectible in today's coin market. If you ever find a 1955 wheat penny in your pocket change or an old coin jar, you may be holding a small piece of history that collectors still actively search for. To truly understand the significance of this coin, we need to look at its history and background. The Lincoln wheat penny series was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, making it the first United States coin to feature a real historical figure. The coin was designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Lincoln became one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. The wheat penny design remained in circulation from 1909 until 1958. During this period, billions of coins were produced, including the 1955 issue that came from the United States Mint in Philadelphia. Coins struck in Philadelphia during that time typically did not carry a mint mark, which is why the 1955 penny often appears with no letter beneath the date. Around 330 million examples of this coin were produced in 1955, making it fairly common but still historically important to collectors today. When examining the unique features of the 1955 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, collectors notice several classic design elements. The obverse or front side of the coin displays the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln along with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above the head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1955 to the right. Because this coin was struck in Philadelphia, there is no mint mark below the date. The reverse side features the famous wheat ear design with 2 wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the national motto E Pluribus Unum placed above. This design symbolized prosperity and agricultural strength in the United States during the early 20th century. The coin is made primarily from copper with a composition of about 95% copper and a small amount of zinc and tin. It weighs about 3.11 grams and has a diameter of roughly 19 millimeters, making it a small but historically rich piece of American currency. The rarity and collector demand for the 1955 wheat penny without a mint mark depends greatly on its condition and on whether it contains any special minting errors. In circulated condition, these coins were used in everyday commerce for many years, which means most surviving examples show wear, scratches, or fading of the design. Because millions were produced, a typical circulated example is considered common in the collecting world. However, collectors still enjoy adding them to wheat penny collections because they represent the later years of the famous wheat cent series. What makes the year 1955 particularly famous is the legendary double die error that occurred during production. Some pennies from that year show dramatic doubling in the date and lettering on the front of the coin. These rare error coins are among the most famous Lincoln cents ever created and are highly prized by collectors worldwide. When discussing the current market value of the 1955 wheat penny without a mint mark, the condition of the coin plays the most important role. In average circulated condition, the coin is usually worth only a few cents above its face value, often around 15 to 20 cents depending on its appearance. However, coins preserved in higher grades such as mint state can sell for $75,000 or even higher depending on their quality and color. Exceptional high-grade examples graded around MS67 have reached $165,000 at major auctions, proving that even a common coin can become extremely valuable when preserved in perfect condition. The famous 1955 double-die variety is even more valuable and can sell for $234,000 depending on the grade and collector demand. For collectors and beginners who want to search for valuable wheat pennies, there are several helpful tips to keep in mind. Always examine your coins carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass to look for unusual details or errors. Pay special attention to the date and the lettering on the front of the coin, because doubling or unusual shapes in the letters can indicate a rare variety. It is also important to handle coins by their edges to prevent fingerprints or damage that could reduce their value. Storing coins in protective holders or coin albums will help preserve their condition over time. Many collectors also recommend having rare coins authenticated and graded by professional coin grading services to confirm their authenticity and market value. The 1955 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark may look like an ordinary coin, but it carries an important place in American coin history. From its connection to the Lincoln cent series and its classic wheat design to the famous minting errors that occurred that year, the coin continues to attract collectors around the world. Next up, we are exploring one fascinating coin from American history, the United States Lincoln Wheat penny from 1946 without a mint mark in very fine condition. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary penny, but collectors know that these historic coins can hold real value in today's auction market. We will uncover the history, features, rarity, and current market value of the 1946 Lincoln Wheat penny and why collectors around the world continue searching for it. The Lincoln Wheat penny begins in 1909 when the United States introduced a new design to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This coin became the first regular circulating United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure. The design was created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in American history. The wheat penny design continued from 1909 until 1958, and during those years billions of these coins were produced. By 1946, the United States was entering a new era after the end of World War II, and the economy was slowly returning to normal. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of pennies that year, and those coins without a mint mark came from that historic mint facility. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark carries several distinctive features that make it unique and attractive to collectors. On the front of the coin, also known as the obverse, you will see the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. Above his head appears the word Liberty, while the motto "In God We Trust" is displayed along the upper edge of the coin. The year 1946 is placed to the right of Lincoln's portrait, and because this coin was minted in Philadelphia, it does not carry a mint mark beneath the date. The reverse side of the coin is equally iconic. It displays two wheat stalks curving along the left and right edges of the coin, symbolizing prosperity and growth. Between these wheat stalks you will find the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America with the motto E Pluribus Unum placed above them. The warm brown color of the copper alloy and the classic wheat design give the coin its timeless appearance. While millions of 1946 pennies were produced, the condition of a coin plays a very important role in determining its rarity and collector demand. A coin graded in very fine condition means that it has moderate wear but still retains many of its original design details. In a very fine 1946 penny, you can still clearly see Lincoln's hair details, the lines in the wheat stalks, and most of the lettering on both sides of the coin. Collectors value these coins because they represent a well-preserved piece of history. Although the coin is extremely rare in lower grades, finding a well-preserved example with strong detail and original surfaces can still attract attention from collectors and investors. The value of a 1946 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark can vary depending on its condition and overall quality. A typical circulated coin may only be worth a small premium over face value, but when the coin reaches very fine condition, the value begins to increase. In many coin markets and online auctions, a 1946 wheat penny in very fine condition can sell for around $310,000 depending on color detail and collector interest. Coins with even better preservation, such as extremely fine or mint state examples, can reach much higher prices, sometimes selling for $450,000 or even more in specialized auctions where collectors compete for the best examples. For collectors and treasure hunters, there are several useful tips when searching for valuable wheat pennies like the 1946 issue. Always check the date and mint mark carefully because small details can make a big difference in value. Look closely at the coin's condition, especially the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalk details on the reverse side. Coins with natural color, minimal damage, and clear lettering tend to attract higher prices. Storing coins properly is also important. Using protective holders or coin albums can help preserve their condition and prevent further wear. Many experienced collectors also recommend learning about coin grading and following current auction results to understand the true market value of different coins. The United States 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark may seem like a simple 1-cent coin, but it represents an important chapter in American history and coin collecting. Next up, we are exploring one of the most fascinating coins for collectors and history lovers alike, the United States Lincoln wheat penny from the year 1957 with the D mint mark. This historic coin may appear common at first glance, but in certain conditions it can attract strong interest in the collector market. We must first travel back to the early 20th century when the Lincoln cent was first introduced. In 1909, the United States Mint released the Lincoln penny to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of President Abraham Lincoln. This coin became the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical figure. The design was created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side of the coin, 2 elegant wheat stalks were placed to symbolize prosperity and growth in the nation. Because of these wheat ears, collectors later began calling these coins Lincoln wheat pennies. The design remained in circulation from 1909 until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. The 1957 penny was therefore one of the final years of the classic wheat design, which adds a special sense of history and nostalgia for collectors. The 1957 Lincoln wheat penny with the D mint mark was produced at the famous Denver Mint in Colorado. The small letter D located below the date on the front of the coin indicates that it was struck at this mint facility. Millions of pennies were produced in Denver during that year because the demand for small change in the American economy was extremely high during the 1950s. Even though the coin had a large mintage, the survival of well-preserved examples is what truly matters to collectors today. When we take a closer look at the features of the 1957 D Lincoln wheat penny, we begin to appreciate its detailed design and craftsmanship. On the obverse side, the coin proudly displays the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. Above his head appears the word liberty, while the national motto "In God We Trust" is written along the upper edge. The date 1957 appears in front of Lincoln, and just below it sits the small D mint mark indicating the Denver Mint origin. On the reverse side, the coin shows the classic wheat design with 2 curved wheat stalks along the edges. Between the wheat stalks you will see the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America with the motto E Pluribus Unum placed above them. The coin is made primarily of copper with a small amount of tin and zinc, and it weighs about 3.11 grams. Its rich reddish-brown color gives it the classic appearance that collectors love when it is preserved in high-quality condition. Although the 1957 D wheat penny was produced in large numbers, its rarity becomes more noticeable when collectors focus on coins that remain in extra fine condition. A coin graded as extra fine still shows most of its original detail, including clear lines in the wheat stalks and strong features on Lincoln's portrait. Light wear may appear on the highest points of the design, but the overall appearance remains sharp and attractive. Coins that reach this level of preservation are much more desirable than heavily circulated examples. Collectors search for these better preserved coins because they represent a piece of history that has survived decades with minimal damage. In the coin collecting community, demand often depends on condition and eye appeal. While an average circulated 1957 D penny may only be worth a small amount above face value, an extra fine example can command a higher premium in the collector market. In today's auction market, a 1957 D Lincoln wheat penny in extra fine condition may sell for around $360,000 depending on color quality and overall eye appeal. However, coins with exceptional red color or those graded even higher, such as extremely fine or mint state, can sell for much larger amounts, sometimes reaching $570,000 or even more in specialized collector auctions. These price differences show how strongly condition influences value in the world of coin collecting. For collectors and treasure hunters, there are a few important tips to remember when searching for valuable wheat pennies like the 1957 D coin. Always examine the coin carefully under good lighting and check for clear details on Lincoln's hair and the wheat lines on the reverse. Look for coins that still have strong color and minimal scratches. Avoid cleaning coins because cleaning can reduce their value dramatically. If you believe you have a very well-preserved coin, it may be worth having it evaluated by a professional grading service to confirm its condition and authenticity. Keeping coins stored in protective holders can also help maintain their value for years to come. The United States 1957 D Lincoln wheat penny may seem like a small and ordinary coin, but it carries a fascinating story of American history, craftsmanship, and collector passion. As one of the final years of the classic wheat penny design, it holds a special place in the hearts of coin collectors around the world. When preserved in extra fine condition, this coin becomes much more than just a 1-cent piece. It becomes a collectible item that reflects the past and offers real value in today's coin market. So the next time you come across an old wheat penny, take a closer look, because a small copper coin from 1957 might just be a hidden piece of history waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more coin stories, smash that like button, subscribe for weekly content, and let us know in the comments whether you've found any rare pennies in your pocket change.
Thanks for watching the video. Like, comments and subscribe.